take it on the chin. Boom! Responsibility. Are you giving responsibility or are you taking responsibility? Which one are you choosing? Very good friend of mine puts it so well. Genius. Responsibility. The ability to respond. How are you choosing to respond? It's a great thing to think about and consider. Now, I had a huge epiphany many years ago when I'd retired from boxing and I was on my journey of self-discovery, trying to figure out what my future looks like. I'd made a lot of bad choices, made a lot of mistakes. I'd suffered with depression, I was going through a divorce, I was on my way to becoming bankrupt. I crashed and burned. But the thing that I got as I was working on myself, it was like hit me like a ton of bricks. I was in the training and I got for myself that my future is my responsibility. Now I know it makes sense, right? And as I say it, you kind of go, yeah, I know that. But really? No, I never got it like I got it on that day. It bang, it knocked me out. And it was funny because in that moment of getting that for myself and really sitting with it, my future started to occur different. And what got me to a place of needing to realize that was I was being a victim. I was being a victim of my situation and my circumstances. So I'd retired from boxing, yeah, went for a real tough couple of years, but it was like I was wanting to blame the world and everyone else for where I was at. So once I got that, once I got the responsibility for that, that freed me up. Because the past just disappeared and it went back into the past. So then the whole new future started to occur for me. And it was all just boiling down to me being fully responsible for the life that I'm creating, the future that I'm creating. And that's the message for us all really is, I know it sounds so simple, but most of the good stuff is really simple. You are it. You are the one that you've been waiting for. Be responsible for that. Do what's required. Now, how do we get to that place? Well, first and foremost, you just have to acknowledge where you're at. Now, if where you're at is not where you want to be, then something needs to be figured out. And it might be something as so simple as being responsible. Because you've got yourself to where you're at. It ain't no one else's fault. No one else is to blame. So the future that you're living into is down to you. Yeah, you may want to think of it in a different way, but it ain't. The buck stops with you. This is it over here. Nobody else can do it for you. So being responsible, the ability to respond. Choose how you respond, because a lot of the ways that we respond, the knee-jerk responses are never any good. Get good at cleaning your mess up, because those knee-jerk reactions, they cause damage. Go and clean your mess up. Be responsible for that also. Design, create, just get into action consistently on a daily basis so you can get what you want out of this thing called life. We've only got one shot at it. So take what you got to take on the chin. Man up. Let's get it on. And you know I've been working with lots of successful people just like you. And I've figured out that we're all kind of making similar mistakes. And I've boiled it down to 10. The 10 mistakes that may be preventing from you getting to the top. Now I'm going to put that in the thread. Go down, click the link and go and get the PDF. I want to send it to you. And I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. I want you to fulfill on what's important to you in your life. And you know what you got to do? You got to be responsible. You got to take it on the chin. Let's get it on.